Okay, all the YouTubers are going crazy for DeepSeek V4 Flash, the latest version, which is the same as the old version in size and architecture, but apparently trained like crazy past that so that we can get better results than we got during preview. And right now, you can see this blog post here from Artificial Analysis. They're my favorite place to find benchmarks. They're saying that it scores 50 on the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index, a 10-point jump over DeepSeek V4 Flash that came out in April 2026. Same model, more training, and 6 points ahead of the Pro version, which is honestly interesting because the Pro version is like a 1.5 billion parameter or trillion parameter model, I think, and V4 Flash I think is like just under 300 billion parameters. So anyway, let's see what a small model can do. Is it the best small model? We will see. I'm putting it through my gauntlet of benchmarks. We're going to find out. So we've got the Halo Arena, which is a Halo clone. We've got the Tactical Grid, which is an XCOM clone, essentially. These are the two video games. The Printable Object, that's a 3D object. It's a Doctor Who phone case. It has to be printable. It is the hardest test on the bench. Then we have the sales page, which tests front-end UI. We have our 4 boring coding questions and reasoning and intelligence questions. And then GridForge, which is an interactive spreadsheet. So without further ado, let's see how it did on Halo. And what we're looking for here overall, I think, just to look at GLM 5.2, like what it's saying it's better than, okay? So GLM 5.2, let's go and look at our ranks where they're at. Ignore this DeepSeek thing here. That's not true. That's just based on cost. But if we go and look through, you're going to see that Fable is number 1, but then if we go all the way down and ignore this because it's not true yet. We don't have a full score yet. But what we're looking for here is GLM 5.2 got a 91, and Luna got a 91, and Muse Spark got a 91, Minimax got a 90, Grok got a 90. So this is sort of the wheelhouse that I expect DeepSeek V4 Flash to play in based on, honestly, the YouTube videos and benchmarks I've seen so far. So let's do it for real and see what it's all about. Let's look at it. Let's put it through the test, okay? Halo Arena. Let's see how it is. I am experiencing this for the first time, just like you. We're going to score it together. Well, I'm going to score it, and you're going to watch and comment and get mad about stuff. Okay, browser. Arena Strike. It's always funny to see what they call it. Clear all hostiles. They're always hostiles. Okay. You know what's kind of a funny thing is that the frame rate is definitely better on this than other generations I've seen. But there's a huge issue here. I am shooting right now. And I can actually kill them if I click once. Or no, it's actually registering clicks. But it's not working. But honestly, for a model this small, it's quite good. It's nowhere near like Luna, though. You know, like it's just not even close to as good as Luna, which is now $1.20. I made another video on that about how great a deal GPT Luna is. Definitely watch that video. This is fine. Can I switch guns? No, and that is part of the deal. So this is an interesting one to score because it's like not horrendous, but has so many correctness issues. But like generally great for a small model. Like a small model that's not GPT Luna, this is awesome. So, you know, on correctness, I have to, like, really hit it for that one. It's not horrendous, but, like, probably about a 50. Let's say 55. And then on quality, probably about an 18 or so. So a 73 on this. Again, we're not looking for perfection here. We're looking for, is this the best small model bang for your buck? All right, so let's move on to the XCOM game. So we've got the tactical grid. Sorry about the lawnmower signs. So I can't spin it. That's fine. That's not part of the generator. Let me try Q and E. No. Arrow keys. No. Okay. Where am I? Remember, it's a small model. I'm going to assume... Yeah, okay, so I was back there. I walked through the wall, but I did exist, which is good. Now, not enough AP left to shoot. Okay. Hold on. Let me restart. Okay, so if I go... So I have 4 AP. Soldiers have 12 HP. 3 enemies. Where's the third enemy? I only see 2. Alright, I'll go here this time. Now it says I don't have enough... Was it 1, 2... Like, how is it communicating my AP? I'm gonna end my turn and see what happens. They move, shoot me, missed. Okay. I still can't shoot. What if I go like here? Okay, now I can... This is so weird. 29%? That should be straight on! It's not horrible, though. It's playable. Let me end turn. He shot me. Okay. Now I'm going to go... Like, this should be point-blank range, right? It says not enough AP left to shoot, but if I click him, can I shoot? No. How is it getting its AP? Okay. So, you know, correctness, I would say probably somewhere in the realm of 40-ish or so. Maybe like 30. Yeah. We'll give it above, yeah, above, a little above 50%. And the quality was actually slightly better than that. So we'll say the quality is like 17 out of 30. But 57, you know, right? Like Kimmy and Fable are getting like 99 on this, right? So, okay, printable object. So let's see. This is the hardest test on the bench, Doctor Who phone case. The biggest question I have here is like, everybody's going crazy for this model, but how do I fit it into my stack? Like, I know it's way less expensive than Luna, but Luna's really cheap. I mean, like, yeah, I just wanted to double check here. So it's 28 cents per million output tokens. And, you know, Luna is $1.20. I mean, honestly, Luna is so much better that you probably should just use Luna, even though it's 3 times as expensive because of the range that we're in. But that's just my thought. I mean, this is why I made that video, because OpenAI totally changed the game when they changed the price. All right, so let's take a look at this Oh, it wrote police box on it. That's nice. Is it a phone case? You know what? This is a much better generation than I thought it would be. I mean, much better than small models, except for OpenAI. But I'll show you that in a little bit when we get to the end. I mean, it might hold some phones. I mean, I'm not sure how big this is. So these are all 5 centimeters. It's not horrendous, though, honestly. It's unique. It's different. I've never seen anybody try to go in through the top. Usually, most models try to make a slant here on the front of the box or on the back of the box, or they stupidly try to bake it inside by sliding it up through, but then it hits a ceiling. This is smarter than that. It's not terrible. It's probably actually the best generation we've seen so far in the benchmark. So for correctness, I'm actually going to give it like a 63, because I actually don't think for sure a phone could fit in there. And for quality, I'm going to give it like a 24. I mean, really not bad. I mean, 87 on the hardest test in the bench. Let's go. But, you know, obviously Halo and this, we're way behind. Let's see how it is on front-end UI. Yeah, not bad. This is about what I'd expect from a model this size. It's not terrible. I'm not... The last ops fire drill your team runs, it's not horrendous, but there's just something about it that's not catching me. Let's make sure the buttons work, and they do. Calculate your ROI. Oh, wow, there's only 1. And there's like a flashing. So generally this is... wow, that's so strange. And then fully loaded. So like they kind of added a lot of friction with this. So there's not a lot of high reasoning like about the user experience on this for sure. Because I would think that, like, this is interesting. Yeah, so it's not horrendous. Like, it works, but, yeah, I really don't like how that went. Start free trial. Takes me up to the top. Yeah, I mean, you know, not horrible. Small model stuff. Like, but honestly, I would say that, I mean, I should look at what Quen 35B-A3B did, because it's the only local model I've tested. I'm going to try to test more of my local models, some big one. I only have a DGX Spark, so it's got to be something that can fit on 128 gigabytes. But I need to do more so that we can compare these smaller models more. Because honestly, I feel like my Quen 35B could have produced something about like this. So then it just, you know, and then it's like, oh, but it's only 28 cents. It's like, yeah, but like if I can run it locally, you know what I mean? So it's fine. You know, I mean, I would say there is an animated SVG, technically animated. I didn't like this. Yeah, I mean, I would say in general on correctness, this is about like a 50. On correctness, it's about a 58. And I would say on quality, it's sort of lower. It's probably about a 17. Yeah, so about 75. I think that's sort of where we're seeing it. Let's see how it did on the boring coding questions. Really good. Reasoning trap, really hard question that models can get. Answer is 5. Twisted problem. This is like a really difficult math problem that even a human couldn't do. And it's 77.45, and this got 77.45. That's great. Tool endurance. Can it read and write without dying? Yes, absolutely it can. And then the skepticism audit. This is where we give it a repo. We say there's 10 problems to fix, but only 5 of them are actually problems. If anybody gets anything wrong, it's number 9. If it's a decent model and they got number 9 wrong, that's fine. GLM 5.2 got that wrong. Grok got it wrong. It's fine. And then GridForge. So let's take a look at the interactive spreadsheet here. We're looking for dependencies, and it's highlighted the dependencies, which is fine. You know, the better models tend to put arrows, but honestly, I feel like color's fine. This is a pretty good generation. So we've got the dependencies here. Now, can I manipulate it? So if I... Oh, that's not bad. That's dependent on those, so... This is actually maybe close to 100. Changes sales, changes that. Sales chart changes, that all changes. There's not a whole lot wrong with this except for the style. I mean, on a correctness, it's 100. On a quality, it's about 26. Pretty good. Really good. Okay. So where does this put DeepSeek V4 Flash? Weighted score of 82. Pretty good for a little model. And if we go into the ranks here, ignore this DeepSeek V4 Pro. Okay, I got that bad model out of there. So you can see the rank. These are the true ranks here. So let's see where our little DeepSeek V4 Flash came in. Number 15th on our leaderboard here. Right around Opus 4.8, but 7 points behind 4.8. So this is interesting. It actually ties Quen 3.7 Plus, which is interesting. A lot of people are using that. I know I use that sometimes for like vision proxy, for like GLM or something like that when I'm using it inside client apps. Crushes Gemini 3.5 Flash and 3.1 Pro, so that's really good. But you know, in general, I'm just gonna use Luna. You know, I mean, or something else. So you know, just to see how it matches up with the other small models, because I know that would be helpful to see. So let's pit it against those other models. So we have DeepSeek V4 Flash. We'll add that to our comparison here. Let's see, small model. I mean, this is cheap but not small. So Luna, super small. I would put it next to Flashlight. And one more. Why don't we just put it up against, I guess, 3.6 Flash. That's just going to blow it away, but you know, it's much more expensive. But we're just as far as looking at tiny models, right? Smaller models. Gemini 3.5 Flash is probably a much bigger parameter model than some of these, but well, maybe not Luna. So anyway, you can see where we're at here. Crazy differences with some of these. So the V4 Flash coming in at an overall 82. Luna at a 91, right? And this is their smallest, cheapest $1.20 model. Flashlight at 53, and then Gemini 3.6 Flash at 94. But this model is $7.50 per million token output. So it may be like sort of put as the small category one, but yeah, I mean that's kind of what we're looking at here. In fact, I'm actually just going to go ahead and remove 3.6 Flash and put in my local model benchmarks here because that's interesting to see. So, you know, it blew away my local model 4582 Gemini 3.5 Flashlight, blew that away. And, you know, it's up there with Luna, but Luna really blew it away. I mean, when you look at DeepSeek V4 Flash, this is Halo. This was a pretty good generation. Real, as I said, decent FPS, but it's not correct to the instructions the way that it should be. And then this is Luna, and oh, you can't see it very well on this small screen. That's not helpful. Apologies, but not great. Or rather, much better is what I meant to say. 3.5 flashlight. I mean, it did get an arena right. Come here, come here. This is about on par Halo-wise there. And then arena, and this is Quen, my local model, which couldn't even do it. It just didn't look like anything, which is why it got an 8. So you can sort of see where it stacks up. What's the TLDR? It's fine. It's overhyped on YouTube right now. I probably am not going to be using it very much unless I really, like, I'll use it for, like, little things. Like, I have apps that have little mini text completions, and they have to write little AI summaries and things like that. If I want a super cheap model that's capable to generate those things, this is the best way to go instead of using, like, some other stock model that you're using in your other app and being like, oh, let's appropriate that. No, do some model routing and put in something like V4 Flash. And then you can have, you can keep your costs down, your API costs down without losing any quality. That's sort of the best use case for me, like as a working developer for this thing. I can't see myself using it for a whole lot more than that. I mean, at 15th on the benchmark, and with costs being what they are, and local models being as good as they have become lately, that's sort of where I'm seeing it. So, just my straight up benchmarks, just like I always do. Get subscribed if you want to see the rest of my benchmarks. As models come out, they all go through my gauntlet. So get subscribed and I'll show you those. See you later.